There's a moment late at night when the world finally goes quiet, and that one name returns to your mind without permission. You didn't invite the thought. You didn't chase the memory. Yet somehow it found you again. You've tried to move on. You've prayed for clarity. You've told yourself, if this wasn't meant, I wouldn't still feel this. But what if that resistance isn't weakness? What if it's not attachment, but instruction? Some connections don't disappear just because time passes. Some bonds refuse to fade because they were never created by chance. And when God wants to guide you, He doesn't always speak loudly. Sometimes He speaks through silence, through pauses, through the ache that doesn't harden into bitterness. If you're here right now, feeling confused, patient yet exhausted, calm yet aching, this message is not random, because what you're experiencing isn't about holding on. It's about understanding why you haven't been released yet. Let's talk about what's really happening beneath the surface. Part 1. This connection was never an accident. Some people enter your life like a lesson, others arrive like a mirror. But then there are those rare connections that arrive like a calling. You didn't choose them consciously. They didn't fit your plan perfectly. And yet, something inside you recognized them before logic could speak. That's because certain connections are not coincidences. They are assignments. Not every relationship is meant to be easy. Some are designed to awaken parts of you that were sleeping. They challenge your emotional limits. They reveal wounds you didn't know were still open. They expand your capacity to love without control. And even when circumstances break the rhythm, distance, silence, timing, the connection itself doesn't disappear. Why? Because God doesn't always bring people into your life to stay immediately. Sometimes He brings them to prepare you. If this person was wrong for you, your spirit would grow restless, angry, or numb. Instead, you feel calm beneath the longing. You feel a strange peace mixed with missing. That's not obsession, that's recognition. Some bonds are planted before they are harvested, and when God plants something, He doesn't rush the process. He protects it. You weren't meant to lose yourself in this connection. You were meant to become yourself through it. And that's why walking away feels unnatural, because your soul knows this chapter isn't finished. Part 2. What looks like separation is actually preparation. What if this distance isn't rejection, but refinement? When God separates two people temporarily, it's rarely punishment, it's protection. There are things love cannot survive if met too early. Unhealed ego, fear-based attachment, old patterns disguised as passion. So God steps in quietly, not to remove the connection, but to remove what would destroy it. During separation, healing happens where you cannot see it. Pride softens, control loosens, emotional wounds begin to close. You're being taught patience, not passive waiting, but grounded trust. The kind that doesn't chase reassurance, the kind that doesn't panic in silence. And yes, silence is uncomfortable, but silence is where faith matures. If this person was meant to be removed permanently, your heart would shut down. Instead, it remains open but not desperate. That's the difference. Because when God removes someone completely, He removes the emotional charge too. But when God asks you to wait, He leaves peace behind, not chaos. What feels like nothing happening is actually everything aligning. Behind the scenes, patterns are breaking. Old cycles are ending. Two individuals are being shaped into versions of themselves capable of something real. And that kind of work can't be rushed. Part 3. Waiting is not weakness, it is alignment. There's a difference between waiting and forcing, and your spirit knows it. Forcing comes from fear. Waiting comes from trust. Forcing says, I need this to happen now or I'll lose it. Waiting says, if this is real, it will return aligned. Every time you think of this person without resentment, every time the thought arrives calmly instead of painfully, that's not your mind clinging. That's your intuition reminding you. Stay centered. God doesn't speak through panic. He speaks through steadiness. And sometimes He allows thoughts of someone to surface, not to distract you, but to keep you emotionally aligned while growth unfolds. This season isn't about watching the clock. It's about becoming emotionally clean. Releasing fear, letting go of control, learning how to love without grasping. Because what returns to you must find a stronger, calmer version of you. Not the version that once needed reassurance to feel secure. Silence isn't absence. Silence is instruction. And if you're listening carefully, you'll realize you're not being asked to chase. You're being asked to trust the process without interfering. Part 4. Why this pain will make sense later. Right now, it doesn't feel fair. It feels unfinished. It feels heavy in quiet moments. But there will come a time when you look back and understand why things unfolded this way. You'll see how patience reshaped you, how silence taught you emotional strength, how restraint protected what impulsiveness would have broken. This story isn't ending. It's pausing. And pauses in divine timing are sacred. They allow love to mature beyond illusion. You're not being asked to suffer endlessly. You're being asked to become ready. Because the right person doesn't always arrive at the right moment. But when the moment becomes right, nothing can stop the reunion. And when it happens, you'll realize nothing was wasted. Nothing was delayed without purpose. This was the right person, just not the final moment yet. If you're watching this and your heart feels seen, take this as reassurance. You're not foolish for feeling this way. You're not weak for trusting, and you're not wrong for waiting with peace instead of fear. Let go of the urge to control the outcome. Let God finish what He started. What's meant for you will never require panic, only faith. And when the timing aligns, the clarity will arrive effortlessly. Until then, grow, heal, stay emotionally clean, because love that's guided by faith always returns stronger than it left. If this message resonated, let it be your sign to stay grounded, stay faithful, and stay emotionally clean. Like this video to affirm your trust in divine timing. Comment, "I trust the process," to anchor this message into your spirit. Subscribe for more messages that bring clarity, peace, and emotional strength when you need it most. You are guided, you are protected, and what's meant for you is still aligning.